everybody. I've got a little bit of a different journal here with me today. It's a small one. It is 6.5 by 4.5, and it is super duper grungy. That's 2 super dupers. On the front, I had this image in my stash, but I didn't really want the image itself, but I liked the rust color. So I added that, and then I covered it with part of a crochet doily and a real pretty bow, and then an image. And everything in here has been just grunged. Look at the back. I even took the fabric and grunged it up. And then I made a matching tie. And I like how it's sewed up because it left some of the threads of the fabric peeping out. And I just left them, part of the look. It's a matching pocket with the grunge. And then I had this piece of white eyelet. And I coffee stained it and inked it and watermarked it. And stitched around, pretty heavy. And on the inside I put an envelope with just some coffee dyed paper. And then a little tag. And on the pages, they were heavily coffee dyed. And then I took some inks and I took some Lindy Stamp Gang and water and made these watermarks. And then I put a piece of ephemera back here with a lady and a part of a crochet doily, and I stitched down the edge here. And the watermarking came through. And I used some stamping throughout. And a little stamping going on there, and the matching fabric pocket that's been grunged up with part of a book page and laces and things. And I put 2 cards in there. It's so cute. I'm loving these little mini pockets. And I just ripped the edges. Little image there. Some ephemera. Little tuck spot here with a nice journaling card on a book page. And this is from the other side, peeping through the torn spot. And some stamping and stitching. I don't know how this happens when I coffee dye it. It just does it. It just does its thing. This is the stitching from the other side, and it's got a real faint stamped image behind it. And this is part of a old little doily that was embroidered, and I just cut off an edge and then put this card in there. Got some more stamping and inking and sewed around her, and then put a grungy part of a crochet doily and a little piece of seam binding there. Look at that. And then I sewed around this image, and it's got some laces and a cute little bow. And over here's a pocket with a butterfly. And part of a book page up here, and that's the stitching from the other side. And a heavily coffee stained piece of lace. And then some more stamping and some lace. And a little tag. And this is ephemera. It's the real thing. Came out of a book I got in an estate sale. Catalog book. Little mini pages. And this is a glassine bag, and I just put some fabrics and some grungy paper behind it. And it's for you to put in whatever you want to store. Another piece of ephemera with some buttons and some fabrics. And I stitched around that image. Doing these grungy books is a great way to use up all these things that you printed out that, you know, they don't go with your current style. You can pull those out and grunge them up and use them. And here we have a little card. My fumbly fingers can get it. Oh, come on, fingers. Here we go. Isn't he cute? Little vintage guy. Dude. A little dude. And some writing space there. And this pocket was a real pretty piece of eyelet fabric. And it was just a small section off of something else that I had. So I used that in there. And that's the stitching from the other side. Part of a book page and some stamping. A real pretty image there. And the torn edges. Little tuck spot over here with some fabrics and a little piece of cloth and part of a doily. And one of those thingies, little letter card things. And some stamping back here. Another flower here, part of a doily, and I stitched around it. I had to put this in here. It says Women's Bloomers. 59 cents in the sizes. It's just so cute. Part of a crochet doily with the stitching. Isn't that cute? Nice vintage image there. That's the stitching from the other side. Another vintage image up here with the torn pages and some stamping and inking. This was part of a runner that I had, and it already had like these tears and stains and things on it. So I left them, and then it had this real pretty window in it. I thought that was so pretty. So it made a nice long pocket. And some cards put inside. Get in there, little dude. There. Nice page for journaling with the book page coming over from the other side. And stamping. And there's another one of the pockets. I just have the eyelet pocket. And some stitching from the other side here. And look at that torn page. With 2 cards. I love, love, love the grungy look. And I don't do it often. I mean, you would think that it would be very easy to do, but I'm here to tell you it is not. You know, because you're starting off with a bright white piece of paper. And to, you know, get all the stuff on there to grunge it up, there's a lot of work in it. And it does take a while to do. But it's beautiful when it's done. Got some fabrics here and a piece of ephemera. And it's a bag for you to put stuff in. Some lace here and a funky little bow. And a piece of ephemera there with part of a book page. That's the other part of that ephemera. Look, you can get a rocker for $40.75. Really? The 3-piece set is $139.75. I'll take 4. That's crazy. Got some stitching going here and stamping. And that's the coffee dyed. Little watermark there. My wacky sewing machine. Got a real pretty image here with some children's slippers, down slippers. Piece of a crochet doily I just stitched over it. I let it come on through the other side, and this is a tuck spot here with some laces and fabrics. A little card. Another stamped image here. Another pocket here with an image and some stamping. And I put in an index card and then a Rolodex card. I like to use those because they're already lined and it makes it easy to journal on. Piece of ephemera. A little tag here, and it says, "I'm half crazy, all for the love of you." And it's got 2 birdies with a little heart. So cute. Part of a book page and some stamping. Ephemera. And this is a original piece of ephemera with a vintage lady. in the stitching. I use black stitching in this. I rarely use black, but in this case I thought it went well. A little mini pocket here with the fabric that's the cover and a bow and some other fabrics. And a little grungy card. Look at that. Awesome. And a little stamp. Isn't that cute? So you get all the space behind it, and then you get the cards too. A vintage image. Look at that. I don't know if the camera will pick up that truck, but that is an old truck. And that's the stitching from the other side with some stamping. Another stamped image here. Floral that's stitched around in some different fabrics and parts of a crochet doily. And then this is the grungy pocket. And inside I put a nice big card that I made. This is the original card. And I put in a little envelope that I grunged up, and it's got some coffee dyed paper on the inside. Get in there. Now, I don't know why I have so much trouble, but I do. And then that sticks out so you can see the little mark. And then there's the back again. And the front. It just looks so old. I really, really love this journal. I like how it came out. So I may have to make another one. It was fun to do. If you've never done a grungy journal before, give it a shot. I mean, it's like I said, it is a lot of work because everything has to be grunged. But the end result is just really pretty. And I want to thank y'all for being here with me. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.